We're going. Hello. Hi there. This is a podcast. No, it isn't. I'm just used to saying that. This is a webinar brought to you by WP Builds, which is a project of myself and another chap called David Wormsley. This is like 2 seconds of self-promotion, if that's all right with you guys. We've got wpbuilds.com on the screen. We have over here a great big page of Black Friday deals. I think I've worked quite hard on this one. So if you need any Black Friday WordPress deals, go check them out. There's absolutely loads, and you can filter them with this thing here. And, you know, you just click on these buttons and it'll show you ones all about admin and SaaS apps and so on and so forth. And the other button, the only other button I'm going to mention is if you go to the subscribe button at the top, you can subscribe to the WP Build stuff. We do a podcast every Thursday, and we do a news item on a Monday all about the WordPress news. But enough of me. You're not here to listen to me droning on about WP Builds. Adam, I think you should snatch the screen with your button.
Sure thing. I'll do that in a sec. I just wanted to, for the people that are just coming in, when the camera's on my face, you might see some bags under my eyes. In this webinar, it's obviously about this new product, CartFlows, that is now available. And it's been a crazy 3 days for sure. And I'm pretty much operating on 2 to 3 hours sleep each night. But it's been a great time. It's been a great ride. So I want to preface everything that's about to happen on that. And so here, let me go ahead and share my screen.
I'm just going to say one thing before you start, and that is because this is an online system, that is to say it's browser based. If you experience any problems, like the screen goes blank or you can't hear the audio, just hit refresh and just keep hitting refresh until it comes. And it does in the end come. I'm going to turn my screen off, Adam, because nobody wants to see my ugly mug. And
all right, let me know if you can see an orange screen that says e-commerce problem. Okay, I'm sure you can. I lost Nathan's audio, but that's okay. Hopefully you guys can hear my audio. Let me make sure. And it's looking good, I guess, here.
Yep.
All right. Oh, perfect. Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to talk about this new product called CartFlows, and I do have a bit of a presentation. I'm going to just jump through it. It's like it's something that I'm expanding upon, but I want to talk about CartFlows, what it does, what it could do for you, whether you're selling anything on the internet or you have clients or you don't sell anything on the internet at all, and maybe you just generate leads through content and things along those lines. So I want to just go through all of that, and then after just a couple slides, we'll jump into the product and I'll actually show you it in action. Afterwards, we can do some Q&A. Any question you have, I want to answer. Okay. So the reason we built CartFlows is because there's a big problem with e-commerce websites today. And that problem is that there's no one selling on your website. So a e-commerce website is pretty much the equivalent of a digital vending machine. So we've all used the vending machine. You walk up to it and there's all these things to look at and choices to make, and there's all these distractions going on around you, and there's really no selling going on. You're just glancing and you're buying something. And if you do end up buying something, what do? You buy one thing. You buy that one bag of chips, and that's all someone's ever going to buy, if they even buy something at all from a vending machine. And ironically, e-commerce websites, this is actually hilarious. So I took a snapshot because I wanted to put them side by side, right? I wanted to look at a vending machine, have an e-commerce website side by side. And I thought, man, they actually look the same. I mean, you have this grid of things to look at. There's all these distractions going on. There's no one selling on the website. And this is a big problem for e-commerce websites because e-commerce it's just extremely competitive. Okay, you get a lot of traffic on your website. If you're not making the most out of that, it really becomes a missed opportunity, and there's no reason there's no surprise that about, not 70, it's a little less than 70% of the people that will actually get to your checkout page or your client's checkout page, they just leave altogether. There's just too much going on. There's too much distraction. And at the end of the process, if they do buy, they really just bought one bag of chips. So we created CartFlows because we wanted there to be a better way. And that better way is something called sales funnels, but we don't use the word funnels. There's other platforms that use that word. We use the word flows. So we call them sales flows, sales funnels. Now, here's the thing. That vending machine example, let's see, do I have it here? No, I don't. Let's see. Okay, that vending machine example just a moment ago sold one bag of chips. If you could have a vending machine that instead of selling one bag of chips, said, hey, you got that chips. Would you like this refreshing bottle of water to go with that? You're gonna want that with that chips, those bags of chips. You would probably, there's a great portion of people that would say, yeah, I'll take that bottle of water. So now you've sold a bag of chips and a bottle of water. But then what if it said, you know what? That bag of chips isn't going to satisfy your entire appetite. Why don't you buy this hamburger along with it? And you know what? Not everyone's going to say yes, but you know what? There's going to be a good portion of people that say, yeah, you're right. This bag of chips is great and all, but I want something more. And then they're going to buy the hamburger. And then the next thing is, you got that hamburger, but don't you want something sweet and tasty afterwards? We've got these desserts right here. And not everyone's going to say yes, but you're going to have people say yes. If you just had a few people say yes to all of those things or some of those additional things, you have just increased your sales. So you have that standard digital vending machine, which is what most e-commerce sites are doing. They're not selling anything. They're just displaying products, letting people navigate around themselves through a few systems or whatever, and make that one single purchase if they even purchase anything at all. I just described to you what is a sales funnel. And you know what? I was talking to someone the other day and they said to me, I don't know what sales funnels are. They said, and what I think they are is some kind of sleazy thing that internet marketers use. And so that's when I realized that I need to do a better job explaining what the heck a sales funnel is. So you might not realize it, but most of the times when you're buying something, not on a website, but just out going to a store or a restaurant, you're actually going into a sales funnel. You might not realize it. When's the last time you went out to dinner? Take your spouse out to dinner. I'll take my wife out to dinner. You have someone that comes up to you and says, these are our specials today. And they describe these specials. They get you really interested in those specials. And you make your choice. And then that waiter or waitress says, you know what? Would you like to add a salad to your order? It's only this little bit extra. And people say yes. And then in my case, the waiter will turn over to look at my wife and say, would you like a glass of wine? And you know what? Half the time my wife will say yes, and half the time she'll say no. And then they bring the meal. And then what do they ask at just before the end of the meal? They're going to say, would you like this dessert? We enter sales funnels every single day. About 2 months ago, I went to go buy a brand new car for my wife. I love my wife. She's a great woman, great support. I wanted to buy a new car. We needed a new car. Our car's like, 12 years old. And so she had always wanted a Range Rover. And before that, we would drive a Jeep. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get my wife this Range Rover. So we go to the Range Rover dealer, and what do? I buy the car, but they don't close the transaction. They put me in a finance room, and the lady's like, we have this great package. It's $1,800, and for 4 years, if there's a door ding, we'll fix it for you. If there's a tear in the leather, we'll fix that for you. And then she went to another upsell and to another upsell, and then she closed out the order. And you know what? A lot of those were great deals, right? I mean, to me, I'd like that extra upsell to not have to worry about this thing with the car, just to know it'd be taken care of no matter what happens. It's a sales funnel. We enter sales funnels all the time. The most basic example, of course, is McDonald's. I try not to use that example because it's overused, but you walk in and they say, would you like fries and a Coke with that? Would you like to supersize that? Everywhere we go in life, there's these sales funnel processes, but we don't really have great tools with WordPress to implement these same strategies to sell our products and services. We don't, and we don't have it for our clients. If we're building WordPress websites for our clients, we just don't have the tools. Now, this whole concept of sales funnels, it's actually nothing new to the internet. There are several very successful software as a service platforms that have this type of features that they are selling to people. The largest and most well-known one is ClickFunnels. And ClickFunnels has solved or provided a solution for sales funnels to their customers. And it's a little pricey of a solution. A real limited plan is about $1,200 per year, and you can only have 20,000 monthly visits, and there's lots of limitations. You really want the $300 per month plan, which is $3,600 per year. So CartFlows is a solution to bring the ability to have an always-on digital salesperson on your website selling your products, just like how we purchase things in the real world, like that example of the waiter coming to your website. And the way we accomplish this series of making additional offers, so when someone comes to your website, they don't just buy the one thing maybe, is through a series of features that we have available to you. So I'm going to go through just a couple things on the website, and then I'm going to jump into the plugin to actually show you these features. Okay, Nathan, how are the questions going? Is there any questions?
There's quite a few, but I think really, if you want to just sort of keep going, the questions, I've got about six, and perfect. I think if we just wait till the end, that's going to be the best solution. That'd be great.
Fantastic.
But keep dropping them into the Q&A tab, by the way. And do stay around, because I've got a bit of an offer for you at the end. So stick around.
Yes, he did. Very insistent person. Okay, in a good way. Okay, so CartFlows, what we're trying to do is make e-commerce easy and more profitable. Both of those things at the same time. And what it is, it's a software platform that sits on top of WordPress and then on top of WooCommerce. Now, don't worry about WooCommerce. We don't really use it for the front end. We use it for the back end, and there's a really smart reason why we did that. WooCommerce already has product fulfillment built in. It has lots of payment gateways. Everything under the sun is integrated. I use Lifter LMS to sell courses. Well, it integrates with WooCommerce. There's LearnDash for that. There's drop shipping plugins that integrate with WooCommerce. There's pretty much everything integrates with WooCommerce. So that just made sense to use that, but no one would actually recognize that you have a WooCommerce website on the front end. We use it for the back end. So right here, it says we turn WooCommerce websites into selling machines using something called one-click upsells, and you're going to learn about that. One-click sales funnels, frictionless checkout, order bumps, upsells, downsells, and more. I'm going to show you all of that in this video. So the way we accomplish, or the concept behind CartFlows is it enables you to build these sales funnels, and it's essentially, or we call them flows, it's essentially a series of steps that you walk your buyer through like a salesperson would do, that's giving someone a custom tailored experience into your product and through the process of having additional offers presented to them. Okay, so this is it right here. Traffic goes to your website or a landing page or something. That sales process starts. They end up to a checkout page where we've eliminated all of the distractions on it, full customization, full branded. There's reassurances and all that kind of stuff on that checkout page. We have order bumps on there, and I'm going to show that to you. And then the sale doesn't end there. Then you make that extra offer. That example of the hamburger, that would be where someone's at the checkout. They buy their bag of chips. We offer them the water because it's just an easy complimentary item. And then after they're done with that checkout, we say, oh, but you want that hamburger? That's going to be our upsell. And then we can actually take them to a series of upsells and then downsells. And then we take them to a custom thank you experience to just wrap the entire experience up and tell them what they need to do next, or lead them to what you want them to do next. So with CartFlows, when you actually purchase it, you're on our thank you page. On what we do there is I have a video there where I'm thanking people for making their purchase. We have pertinent links then. Okay, so our key features that I'm going to show you in a moment, that entire series of steps and unique pages, we have a full template library of professionally designed sales flows where one mouse click can restore it. And then obviously all you need to do then is change text and images and, tweak it to how you want it. You could really be having one of these fully set up and tweaked in 20 minutes, depending on the extent of what you're doing. Our templates, we wanted to make this tool, the phrase would be page builder agnostic, meaning you can use this with your chosen page builder. Because what happened is we looked at ClickFunnels, which is their limited plan of $1,200 per year. We looked at them and we said the biggest weakness, besides the cost and the limitations and all that kind of stuff, I don't usually consider the cost that much, but it's the page building experience is really, really poor. See, we're spoiled as WordPress users, right? We have the very best page building tools on planet Earth available now. I mean, things have never been so easy, right? So we're building templates for Elementor. We already have templates for Elementor. I'm going to show you. And then what's our other favorite page builder? It's Beaver Builder, of course. You can use Beaver Builder with CartFlows in your own templates. We're adding templates very soon for Beaver Builder. We already have the tab for it and everything. That's coming soon. And we're also going to support Divi Builder in that way. Now, if you're using Brizy, Dimi's actually in the webinar, and I've already talked to him about getting Brizy support in there. It already works with Brizy. It's not that. It's just templates, delivering the templates. But you can actually use this in Gutenberg once Gutenberg matures. We'll probably have Gutenberg templates when that comes. So we wanted to make everything one click, easy to implement. Each of these sales flows that we've had our designers create, our fixed cost for that is like about $800 for each one. And we're just piling them in there top notch. And we're going to look at those in a moment. Actually, why don't we just look at them now? You can actually come to the website and click on templates, because e-commerce is competitive, right? Don't you want to always look your best, especially when you're trying to sell something to someone that's going to make a difference in their life? You kind of have to present yourself in a very professional way. Many times so they will just even listen to you or consider what you're selling, offering, or trying to help them with. Okay, so when you click on templates on our website, it shows them all separated out as landing pages, checkout pages, upsell pages, downsell pages, and thank you pages. But when we're actually in CartFlows, here, let me just show you. When we're actually in CartFlows, you just click right here where it says add new, and we have them separated here by page builder. So here's Elementor, Divi, it says coming soon, and Beaver Builder. Those are on their way, and we'll probably add a Brizy there. And you can see they're all kind of packaged together. I can click one button, and this whole sales funnel is on my website ready to modify. But let's check out some of these things here, okay? We've got very amazing landing pages, checkout pages. So here's actually one of my favorites, okay? An ebook seller. I mean, look at this. This is just a gorgeous design. It's going to help you or your clients just get up and running lightning quick. Okay. We have this here for a health and fitness product right here. It's just gorgeous. I mean,
yeah, it's nicely done. Really nice. Right? Yeah.
Like, I know my ability with my page building tools is not able to create something like this because I'm not able to really conceive it. And then I'm not going to spend the time. So this is one of my favorites right here. Check this out. This is for any kind of a physical product, like an organic tea. I mean, this is just beautiful. And we're intentionally designing templates that will appeal to both genders, right? One of the things with ClickFunnels, it just seems to be very male-centric. You know, we are creating a library of templates. We have some for course creators coming out, drop shippers. We're targeting all of these little niches. And this was we're just getting started. These are our landing pages, but you know what? You could actually already make a landing page with your page builder, okay? But what you can't do with your page builder is do this with checkout pages, okay? Let me show you this, okay? This is a checkout page that you get with CartFlows.
Nice.
You can use this, and here's an order bump at the bottom. If you are in Beaver Builder, if you are in Elementor, you go to your checkout page that WooCommerce generates and click on edit with whatever, it ain't gonna work. Page builders can't do this. They just can't. Now, to their credit, page builders are amazing. Beaver Builder has Beaver Themer, and Elementor has some kind of theming capabilities, and Brizy has theming capabilities. So eventually, you might be able to make some visual improvements like this to your checkout with those tools. But those tools are not going to offer the order bumps. They're not going to offer the upsells, the downsells, the analytic things I haven't talked about yet in this webinar, the analytics, split testing, scarcity. They just don't have those. This is just one example. Tell me if you think this looks like it's WooCommerce. Maybe down here it looks a little WooCommerce-y. Now, we've actually made a lot of improvements on the form itself. I want you to know this form right here, that's CartFlows. Everything wrapped around it is your page builder. You would have full control to make this look however you want to make this look. This is going to make you, if you're selling anything, look like a rock star. If you have clients, this is going to just be astounding to them. You can't get anything that looks like this on Shopify, on ClickFunnels, on WooCommerce. You can't. The tools just don't exist until CartFlows came out. All right. Let me actually show you another one so that you can see some additional improvements we made. So we made this improvement. You see how on the prior checkout, the field labels were above the field. But if you see here, the field labels are actually in the field. And when you click in it, you get this buttery smooth animation there. It just kind of condenses it out. Also with CartFlows, you can control the visibility of these fields and add custom fields. I'm going to be able to show you that in a moment as well. And let's not forget, we have our order bumps. This is one of the first big core features is this order bump right here that you're going to be able to add. So one check mark like that, it's going to bump the value of that order and make it one click. And if they change their mind, which we don't want them to do, one click and it goes away. So it went from $3 on up. Let me stop for a second. If you are like, I'm not selling anything, Adam. I use my website. I do some lead generation. I have an opt-in form and I give away an ebook, or maybe I have a service and I have an initial free offer with the service. And so people submit their email and they get, and I do this service for them and stuff like that. I know for me, I have a free course on my website, so you can go there and order the free course, but that's it. I think doing lead generation that way is wrong. With CartFlows, why don't you instead send them to a checkout? You have your free course, your ebook, your download, your PDF, your free service there with the price of $0.
Yep.
You're sending them there, and it's very natural and organic for them to be at a checkout page and enter their name and email address. And just about every major email marketing platform already has full WooCommerce official plugins to support it. So you don't even need an email opt-in plugin, right? You send them there and you give it to them for free. But then when they scroll down, there's an offer. And whatever that offer is, it's going to get them the result quicker. It could be a reasonable offer to go from free up to maybe $19, go free maybe up to $10. And then after that, you can do an upsell and a downsell. Okay, so there we go. I think this is making sense so far. Yeah,
for me, so far, so good. I think, should we just take a pause and ask a couple of questions, even though I said we were going to wait till the end? I just feel like you probably need a drink of water.
Why don't you glance at that and let me speak on this the beauty of this. I think I kind of leapfrogged over. The beauty of these checkout pages is this: not that you can make it be a different color, right? Who cares about that? What this does is it eliminates all the distractions someone's going to have on your checkout page. You reinforce their decision of what brought them there in the first place by showing them that, reinforcing that feeling they got that got them there, that this is going to do this for you. This is that benefit for you. And then underneath that, you have some testimonials of people that feel the same way as them and are actually getting the result of what they're there to buy. You can do that with CartFlows. You can create these custom checkout experiences, digital salesperson there selling your products 24/7. Okay, I'll go back into the big marker tab. And do you want to change the video, or should we do it? Yeah, we'll do it like this.
Yeah, let's just leave your screen on. That's absolutely fine. Just so that you know, the Q&A tab is at the top above the chat, and there's a way of upvoting or downvoting things. I'm just going to read in the order that I initially saw them. And the first one is from, the order's changing in front of my eyes. We've got, I don't know how you pronounce this, Stigin, Stygian, I'm going to say, Elbers. Is there a report of the upsells you make by CartFlows? Can you see that so you can see that it works? So is there any reporting built in?
Let me show you right here. So when you're in a flow, and I haven't even demonstrated making a flow yet, I'm sorry, but you can see in the top right corner, you click right there, we have analytics. It's going to tell you your gross sales, your average order value, your bump offer revenue, and then it's going to be broken down. This one's probably not the best example. Let me go back to my flows, and here's a more built out flow. Wait, one of these, where are you? Oops. We have full analytics. There we go. So, and then right here, we have a table that shows you how many visits to each of those pages, how many unique visits, and how much revenue that page generated for you. Okay. And what this enables you to do is see where your offers might be weak and can be tweaked.
Got it.
And on that note, one of the features I'm going to show you in a moment that we are building, and it should be ready by the end of January, is A/B split testing, which there really isn't any A/B split testing solutions for WordPress right now that just work. And you're going to be able to split test entire pages, offers, pricing. You're going to be able to split test everything. So there could be this constant tweaking improvement to get your numbers up.
Okay. Another one, this one from Steve Dimmick, who's asked several questions. He wants to know who makes CartFlows, because obviously we know you as the face of WP Crafter and a user of WordPress, but there's a big team behind this, isn't there? Tell us. There you go.
Exactly. So the product is made. Well, actually, we got the story right here on the homepage. You can actually read the backstory. It's very good. So. You might recognize the gentleman next to me right there. His name is Sujay, and he is the mastermind behind the Astrathing Ultimate add-ons for Beaver Builder, for Elementor, soon for Gutenberg. They have a whole product suite, which essentially means they got a ton of experience. They have their software on millions of websites, and so. This story is great. He came out in 2017. We had dinner together, and the conversation led to essentially CartFlows. And so we together, and we've been developing it. We have 6 full-time dedicated developers. We have 3 full-time dedicated designers plus support staff. This is a serious operation. It's not some guy, with a couple free hours and make something.
Yep.
This is as serious as it comes.
Yeah, in the WordPress space. Here. Yeah, he's a big deal, isn't he? Sujay and Brainstorm Force are a force to be reckoned with, as it were. Let's just do a couple more. Keith Crane asks the following question: do you have, in capital letters, to use a page builder? There you go.
No, you don't, and I'm going to show you that in a moment why you don't, and then people will also see that this is exactly how it works with a page builder or without a page builder. So we'll get to see that. So I'm very excited about Gutenberg. It's going to take a while before it gets to the place where I want it to get, but it's already usable now. But I do envision Gutenberg becoming all that you need at some point, and I'll show you how that works.
Okay, thank you. And the last one, just for now, we'll keep the questions coming at the end. Very last one. Beaver Builder templates, roughly speaking, how far do you think they are away? That's from Roy Randolph.
Hey, I have to touch base with our developers. There's a little bit more involved in delivering those templates. So I wouldn't imagine it being more than a month away. And so kind of what we are probably going to do is all the templates you see now that are for Elementor, we're not going to say, okay, Beaver guys, now our Beaver designers, let's make something different just for the Beaver Builder folks. No, we're going to make the same designs, which is actually going to be great because Beaver Builder, what is it, 2.2 is coming out, and it's going to have some more design features that we're going to be able to leverage natively for like the drop shadows and stuff like that.
Okay. Great. Right. Carry on with your talk. I suppose we're now going to see exactly how to use the thing. I'm going to blast
through this. I'm going to blast through this because with CartFlows, your buyer's journey does not end at the checkout. That's kind of where it actually begins. So then after the checkout, you optionally can offer them upsells. And we have upsell templates here. So that ebook, well, you could get the ebook and then take them here to sell them. Maybe in that example, there's an ebook for $20 and there was a bump offer for the audiobook version for $10. You take them to this upsell to maybe a $99 training course that will complement the ebook. See, everything I'm describing is you're making offers to help them get the result quicker. And that's what people want. Now, if you're doing a physical product, obviously you're probably not going to have a course. So say you're selling some kind of a health-related bottle of pills. Well, people probably, you know, it's like a 1 month supply and they're going to need it next month. So why not at the upsell say, hey, we know you're going to love this product. You bought one. Well, here's an offer for 5 more, and we're going to sell it to you for 30% off. Because you got them there. They've already said yes. They're more likely to say yes again. The secret of all the most successful corporations is they get their existing customers to buy more from them. And that's what the concept is behind the upsell, is to get your new customer to buy more from you to their benefit. It's not, you know, this isn't some like salesy, it's just for you, the seller's benefit. Isn't it to your customer's benefit? If you give them 30%, it's like a win-win, right? So that's the idea behind upsells. And if they didn't want to take this upsell, guess what? You go right here, we have downsell templates, just like this. And I'm going to show you how these upsells and downsells work. Then if at the end of the transaction, you can have as many upsells and downsells as you want. At the end of the transaction, you take them to a thank you page, and that's where you can say, oh, here's your order, this is what you bought, and here's the next steps, have a video, something, share this, here's a coupon, whatever you want to do at that point. Aren't these templates nice? I mean,
they really are nice.
I mean, these are like real, like this is, I mean, I just love the tool, but obviously I'm biased because, you know, I've spent a year working on it, you know. Anyway, so let's just take a look at how you do these things, right? Okay, so when you install CartFlows, if you don't have WooCommerce, it's going to say you need WooCommerce. One button, it will install WooCommerce for you. WooCommerce is actually really simple to set up. I know before CartFlows, I was thinking, oh, WooCommerce is so complicated. But what makes it complicated is all the stuff you have to do on the front end with sidebars, shop pages, filters, and all these things. We eliminate all of that, and we use WooCommerce for the back end. Literally setting up WooCommerce is putting your address in, putting your payment gateway in, and with Stripe, it's super easy. It's just copy and paste 2 lines of gibberish, and you're already connected to Stripe. And then you put a product in, and you think, it's kind of a pain to put the product in. Let me show you how easy it is to put a product in. So here's a product that I added, and we can use it in the demonstration. You put a name, and this name is going to show on the receipt. It's going to show on the checkout. So you just pop the name in there. So you know, just be conscious of that. I don't like to use the word upsell in a name or something like that.
Good point.
So you pop the name in like that. You don't have to put anything in this big old box here that you don't even know what happens normally with WooCommerce when you put anything in there. You don't have to do it at all. You just scroll down, and you're going to spend most of your time right here. So you can ignore product description. You can ignore putting a product image in. You can ignore all that. You just come here and you set up your physical product. You set up your virtual product. You can set up your download product. What's really nice about the download product is WooCommerce secures it for you too. You can limit like the downloads on it. You click here, you get these more options.
Yep.
just pop a price in there and that's it. Now, the reason it's brilliant to do this with WooCommerce is everything's integrated. So if I had Lifter LMS or LearnDash or MemberPress or Restrict Content Pro or Ali Dropship or any of these plugins on this website, they usually add a tab here to the product. So you can attach this product to a course or, all those types of things. So it's already like integrated out of the box with all these things. Okay, so that's all there is to making a product, is just popping that name in there and putting a price in. So I have these two here just for this video. So then you just go to CartFlows, just like this. You click on Add New, and we get this pop up. This is going to not restore the single template. It's going to be the whole series together. But then I'll show you how you can do a single template. So you just choose your builder.
Just to interrupt you there. So what do you mean the whole series together? Do you mean if you pick a template, it's got all the steps in?
Yes.
Okay, all of those, right?
Yeah, so if you noticed, the designs actually go together.
Right.
So there's this design here for the landing, and that happens to be my favorite checkout. And then here's the checkout for it.
Okay.
And so the whole series, it's just going to put it in there for you.
Right.
So you don't have to.
Got it.
And I'll show you in a sec how everything's customizable. So you can literally make this thing look your brand. Or your client's brand. So you would choose your builder right here. So with Divi right now, it's going to say we have them coming, and Beaver. We'll get those in there. We launched 3 days ago, so we've like pretty much crushed it for 3 days. But we have the resources, we have the staff, it's all in place. This is a serious tool. So you just look at the one you want. We even have a preview option, so you can click preview like this, and you can actually see the whole set together. So you see how there's these tabs up here.
Oh, nice! I didn't spot that before. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you can go through it and see if you like this before you. And then I'll show you how to mix and match, so you can see if you like it, and then you can see how it looks on a mobile device. And everything's been mobile optimized. And then when you click this, it opened in a new tab. When you click this X, it just takes you back a tab. So you can see the one that you want. So in this case, let's just go with that ebook one, huh?
Yep.
So I'll click on import, and you can see it says importing step 1 of 5. So it's just going to take a minute or two. It's going to import them all. And then it's going to take us into this flow where we're just going to give it a name. And then we're going to start customizing things. And I'll show you how this works with any page builder. So let's call this WP builds. There we go. I did that right.
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm going to click on update just like that. Now, we built this with usability in mind. If you have ever used WordPress, you're going to hop in here and say, dang, I don't have to go through this crazy learning curve. I feel right at home. Everything is intuitive. So check this out. Here's our steps that we just talked about. We've got a landing page, a checkout page, an upsell page, a downsell page, and a thank you page. And you know what's really neat about this? You can just drag and drop and reorder things. Now, obviously, that comes most into play when you're having a series of upsells and downsells.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, isn't this cool?
So by doing that, you're not breaking anything, though, are you? You're not going to have to go back in and reconfigure links and make things attached to other things and, all of that stuff that we can usually anticipate.
You know what? That is okay. So every aspect of this, we scrutinized to make sure that we were doing as much of the work as possible for people. And you were just talking about our dynamic linking feature. Okay. And this is something I insisted upon. I didn't want people like going and getting the link to the next step and then going back and then pasting it in there. And then if you reorder, it just becomes like a lot to manage. No, that was not going to work for this. We created a dynamic linking feature that I'm going to show you how that works in a minute.
Right.
So you see how you see these like red notices here? This is like our usability from our usability testing. It says no product assigned. That's because we have to assign a product to the checkout. So we have these nice little notices. So you always kind of intuitively know what to do next. So we've got this landing page right here, and each of our steps, you can go to edit, you can clone a step. So if you're making a series of upsells and downsells, you don't want to duplicate or, go through the hassles of recreating your design, just clone. And you can actually clone an entire flow if you want. Okay, so I'm going to click on edit this landing page. And at any time when you're in any step, you can click this button here at the top left, and that will take you back to the flow. So let me show you something really neat for usability. You see how it has this label, landing page, and then it has a badge that says landing? Well, this is just the name of the step. Okay. That's why you see it says ebook upsell. That's because we named the step that. So when I go back into edit, if I change this landing page name, it's going to reflect on that label up front. So it's easy to manage large sales funnels. Okay. And then you have full control over the link. And in our geek speak, we call that the page slug. So I can click here, and it doesn't have to be named landing page 5. It could be named whatever, amazing ebook. You can have full control over that. And obviously you see that this is done in Elementor. So now each of our steps are going to have an option box down here. Now, the landing page step has the least amount of settings because there's not a whole lot that we need to give you. What we do give you is this. It is that dynamic link. So you're going to copy this link. And then if you want to just start from scratch with Divi or Brizy or Beaver Builder, because we don't have our templates out for that yet, you just copy this and paste it into a button module. Go into Beaver Builder, load one of your own templates. There's a button that will take them to the checkout, and this is the link that you put in there.
Oh, okay. So in the meantime, even though Brizy, Beaver Builder, Divi, and so on are not ready, you've got, with this tiny extra step, you can achieve it whilst you're waiting. I get it.
Yeah, well, most designers, right, like the hardcore designers, they're going to want their own thing anyway. But for the majority of us, we might just prefer I prefer just going off a template if there's one that meets my needs. So if you're a Beaver Builder user, you probably have your own thing of templates that you've been building and collecting. You can just pop one of those in there and then put this in the button. Let me show you. So that's the link. So here's Elementor. I'm going to click on Edit with Elementor, and we're going to take a look at one of the buttons. So here's a button that says get the ebook. I click on it, and then here it is. Here's that link. Yeah. So that's all that it is. And that's all a landing page is. But remember, I said you can already make landing pages with your page builder. There's no big innovation in giving you a landing page. But this dynamic link is pretty innovative. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the flow. So that's how you do the labels and all of that. Oh, let me just show you real quick. If you want to add, remember I said you can kind of piece together these templates. Well, when you're in a flow, because you can add additional steps, just click on add new step. You get that same pop-up, but this time you can choose templates individually. Oh, I see. So if I wanted a different checkout, I can click here and I can choose the checkout that I want and then tweak it from there. And you could just then, the one that was already put in here for you, you could just delete that and it just gets replaced that way. So that's how you do that. So next, well, most of our step settings were going to be found here in the checkout page. So let me go ahead and click on edit. And as I go through these options, you're going to understand how this works with any page builder, what exactly we're doing, and what kind of features we're actually adding to this process.
Remember, guys, we've got Q&A on the tab at the top. Just keep putting your questions in. Sorry.
Actually, let's do a little feedback session here. How's this looking so far?
Yeah, let's do it. Go on then. Let's let him drink a bit of water. In the chat, not in the Q&A. So Suran says, great. Daniel, epic. That's a nice comment. This looks so good, really, says Mutaki, I'm going to say. Steve Demick's liking it. Marco's. Do you know what, Adam? There's not a bad word. Okay. It's all good. Very, very good. Nice tutorial. There's a comment on the product, and then Jean-Francois Lagarde is saying nice tutorial, which is good. And Morgan's written the words bad word.
I want people to understand that this wasn't something we came up with a month ago and we just popped out of the oven after a month work, with some guy in a garage. This is something that we scrutinized every aspect, every detail. We went through 7 iterations of the interface. It looks simple, right? It actually is very simple. It looks very simple, but it was the hardest thing to figure out how to make this simple. But I think we ended up nailing it.
Really hard. That's the truth.
It's really hard, right? But then you look at it and you say, well, of course, that looked like it was really easy, but it wasn't. We've got a lot in on this, and it's been a lot of work, but it's been a great process. Okay, so we're in the checkout page. Okay, so if you are using Beaver Builder, any of those, anything that we don't have a template for, you have a short code. And let me show you what this short code generates. Okay, so I'm on this checkout here. That short code and then the settings in this option box generate everything from billing details all the way down to the payment button. Everything else that's wrapped around that is your page builder.
Okay.
You have full design control with the tool you already use, already own, already love, and there's like no learning curve because you've already mastered. That was one of the biggest priorities for us. Okay, so I'm going to start going a little quicker. I'm a little bit of a talker. All right. Okay, so first step, go here, select the product. And so let's go to sales funnel secrets. There we go. You can have an optional coupon here if you want. You can add more than one product. Next step, go to order bump. Oops, I already have it enabled. So if it's not enabled, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like enabled. We have 2 styles here. We're going to add more skins to it. So there'll be multiple styles. Same concept. You add a product right here, and this is going to be your order bump, something that just enhances. And then you have full control over.
Sorry,
the
Adam.
text.
Is the order bump the bit that sits beneath the above the checkout button, but beneath the form?
Yeah, so let me show you. So this was the template we restored. So this is now on my website, okay? And when you scroll down, right here's the order bump. And so it's right before the order button. However, I will let you know that we have identified 5 different locations.
Oh, Adam, I don't know if it's just me, but your screen is gone.
Yep.
Can anybody...
I love this platform because it just told me. So let me just get back into it. And this is good. I like that warning now. So let me know if it comes back up. Has it come back up?
Not so far. Yes, it's coming.
Okay.
All right. A couple of seconds. For me, it's on the way back. It usually takes about 3 or 4 or 5. Yeah, I've got you. I'm back.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, let me talk about the order bump. So right now we have this one location, which all those platforms I talked about that are in the thousands of dollars per year, they just have the one location too. But we're adding 5 locations. We've already identified them. So you'll be able to have this control over the placement of the order bump. So for me, I think I want the order bump at the top, maybe it's a turnoff at the top, but it doesn't matter what I think. It just matters giving people the option to do what they want with it.
Right.
So right now we have it down here. Just so you know, this text is all controlled by you. So you see this 39, that's not dynamically pulled. So when you're back here in the order bump section, you're putting that info in there. So you have this. You can even put a product image in there if you wanted. You can apply a dynamic discount if you want. And then we have border styles. So if I wanted some kind of a dashed line, so you could do something like that. You just have all this granular control. Okay, so that's our order bump. Then we have the checkout.
Again, Adam, I've lost your screen again.
Okay, I don't know what the deal is, but let's just turn it back on. All right.
Is it just me, guys? If you're, are you?
No, it's not you. It's not you.
Okay,
yeah, your screen's it's coming back.
Well, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. You know.
We'll keep going. Of course, we will push through. Okay, so we're on the checkout design. So we have 2 checkout skins, and one of them is the 2-column design, where you would have where they enter the information on the left, and then like the order details on the right. Okay, that's your typical 2-column WooCommerce thing. But we also created a 1-column. So it's like the one I was showing you here. Is my screen back?
Yeah, I can see you currently on a screen with 2 sets of 5 stars at the top.
Fantastic. So this is a 1-column. So you've got the order details at the bottom. So right now we have a 1-column and a 2-column. We do have a 2-step that's already been developed, but we decided not to include it in the release just yet because we wanted to just perfect it and add more polish. So, to give people a great product and a great experience. So we have a 2-step on the way, and it's kind of well known, these 2 steps, where the first step is maybe your name and your email, and then the next step to check out. We have that on the way. It's actually already built. Okay, so you've got your colors here, your fonts, you have that design control, headings. See right here, it says input fields style. The default is when the field is name is above the field, and style 1 is where the field name is actually in the.
It's gone
I
again.
heard that,
Hey,
guys.
do you
Yeah.
know what? Do you know what we're going to do, Adam? I think the best thing to do is if you literally hard refresh the browser whilst you're doing
Oh,
that.
wow.
Give it a go.
Hard refresh the webinar room.
Just click refresh on the browser. You should be good. Whilst he does that,
I should be back. Let me know if you guys can hear. Can you guys hear me? I think so. I think you can hear me. I can't hear you, Nathan, but that's okay. If everybody else can hear me, that's fine. Actually, Nathan, if you could just confirm. Actually, here I'm in the settings here. Yep, all back except Nathan. Perfect. Okay.
I'm here. I have returned. However, we appear to have lost Adam temporarily. He's going to be back. Here he comes. Listen, I'm going to click this lovely button whilst we wait. I'm going to try.
I think you guys can hear me, right?
I got you. I'm going to click.
Okay.
1 second before you come back. I'm going to click this little beauty.
Oh. Okay, I haven't even actually talked enough about the value of what you're getting here. I didn't get into the upsells and the questions
Don't worry.
yet.
We're going to let you carry on in just a moment, but I was kind of fighting for things to do.
Yeah, and I want people to see this and say, okay, this totally makes sense to me, and see the value. So should I go back to screen sharing and just blast through the bit? Okay, so I'm going here, and we are going back. Okay, so I am here. Okay, so I was talking about checkout fields. We give you control of the coupon field. That's a conversion issue. If you have a coupon, you don't accept coupons. That just says leave this page and go to Google, right? And search for a coupon and then forget all about you. So you can enable or disable that. There's an additional field option for information for your customer to enter. You can control that. If you're not shipping stuff, then you don't have to have this shipped to a different address option. Here's a checkbox that's really cool. This is where you're going to control the visibility of the fields. Okay, so you just uncheck what you don't want. Rule of thumb, don't ask for something that you don't need. You want to give your buyer as few steps as possible to get what they're trying to get. All right. So you can control the visibility here. Check this out. You can add a new custom field. So this is when you say you're doing this for the lead gen, what I was talking about, right? Something for free at the cart, there's an order bump, but maybe you might want to segment them and have a question for them to answer so that you could properly segment them in a list. This is perfect for that. Now, one things that we have planned, but we probably aren't going to get to for a few months, is dynamic reordering of these fields. So one thing we want to do is so you can like kind of drag and drop order these. We don't have these now, but that's something that's on our to-do list, and I'm pretty sure we will knock out. All right, so we have this last tab is logo. This is only for people that aren't using a page builder. If you're using a page builder, you've got total control via your page builder. So this might be good to just add a logo at the top. That's just there, maybe Gutenberg users. Okay, let me click on Edit with Elementor and just show you really quick. Okay, this is all Elementor. I can change any text, but when I scroll down, you see where it says your cart is empty. Watch what happens. I'm going to click on that and you see the checkout short code. Now, if I click apply, you're going to actually see it right there. So you can, nail your design. See that? You can even get to see what the order bump's going to look like. So you in Elementor right now, or your page builder right now, you can't like change the way this part of it looks, but you can control everything that it's wrapped around. However, I will reveal we've already built specific modules for Elementor to style this in Elementor, and we have plans to do it for Beaver Builder and maybe or maybe not Divi, just depending on what mission it is. So it'll even be a lot easier. So all those options I just showed you, you won't even have to deal with that if you're using your page builder. Guys, you can't do this today with your page builder. You just can't. Although I'm sure you might be able to do some styling soon with Elementor. I know they're headed that direction, but you still don't get the optimization of the fields that I talked about, the moving the field names. We're working on shopping cart. There's so many things we're doing. Okay. So, so to answer the gentleman's question about use this without a page builder, it's just the short code. Okay. All right. I'm going to go back. And so that's number one way. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. I should have saved it, but that's okay. That's the first way how CartFlows is going to make you a heck of a lot more money. When you run the numbers and you look at all the industry averages, about 10 to 30% of people will take your bump offer. And then there's these averages for the upsell and the downsell. So you very reasonably can earn 2.5 times more in sales by just selling something via a sales funnel like this. Okay, upsells and downsells are identical. Same thing, the template. You go in here, you add your product. You can control the quantity in that scenario of selling 5 of something at a discount. You can apply a discount here. You can do it all right here. Here's the short codes. I don't even know why we name it short codes, maybe for consistency, but we have the link. So the one button that says, yes, I want it, the one line of text that says, no, I don't want it, those are just hyperlinks. You can just pop that in your page builders button or wrap it as a link in a content box or something like that for the no. It's just links, guys. Now, right now, here's a notice, and this is good. Right now, this is one-click upsells. So if someone clicks the one button, the charge goes on their credit card. Right now, our upsells and downsells are only working with 2 payment gateways. We are already working on a way to bring in more payment gateways. So Stripe natively works. PayPal, you have to have something called reference transactions enabled for it to work. You just call them. You have to have a business account, call them. This is actually standard stuff with all of these different platforms. Let me just make sure I still got you guys. Okay, it looks like I do.
I'm here.
Oh, fantastic. When I hear silence for too long, I'm like, oh my gosh. All right. So what we're doing is we're working on an elegant solution for payment gateways that do not support this one-click type of feature, because they all don't do it. And there's also payment gateways in other countries where your project or for your store, you have this requirement where you have to use that. We're working on an elegant solution so that you can still do the upsells and the downsells. It's probably going to require your customer to put some information in, again, not their name, but like their credit card number and stuff like that, because those credit card payment gateways, they don't want the one-click thing. It's a convenience feature, and actually I prefer not having just the one click, but some people like it. It's super convenient. So if you have a series of upsells and downsells, but you don't have Stripe or PayPal with reference transactions, it'll just jump your buyer from the cart to the thank you page. And I think maybe like a month and a half in like Molly's a big one, and focus on as many big wins as we can get with that. And we'll have a solution so you can use almost any of these payment gateways, which is one of the biggest weaknesses with all the other platforms. They just don't support, but maybe the big 5 payment gateways. So with this, we're just getting started, and we obviously have more work to do in enhancing our integrations, but we have a staff for that. Okay. Downsell settings, they're the same as the upsell settings. We already talked about rearranging like that. Let me just show you thank you. Thank you, super easy. You have control over the order detail design right here, the fields that actually show, and then there's as well a short code. And you don't even actually have to show that. You know what I mean? Someone knows what they just ordered. They're going to get a receipt. They already know what they ordered, but it's optional if you want to do that, or just have a video or some kind of one of the things I want to do is have those really neat browsers effects where there's like confetti. I gotta ask the guys how to do that, because I love that. That impresses me. When I see that, I feel like, wow, this is great. I got to figure out how to do that. And I'm sure some of the brilliant people on the webinar already know how to do that, and will probably do fun things like that.
A bit like when you type congratulations in YouTube and in Facebook,
yes,
and it was,
or on your
That's
iPhone.
A great idea.
Yes, no, I really want to do that. I actually haven't told them I want to do that, but it's probably like a really easy thing. It's probably, that happened to me. I subscribed to a service and they did that to me, and I just felt so special. Anyways, so I just showed you CartFlows. You can duplicate your flows. You can clone them like this.
That's big, isn't it? That's a really big thing. You do the whole flow with one button. So the whole entire flow. So you've got a product, you've got all of the stuff nicely worked out. You click a button, you've just duplicated it. You go back in and change the product name, and you're done.
We just wanted to make this as easy as possible. If any of you guys have seen any review I've done before, you know that I'm a little insistent on something kind of being intuitive and easy to figure out. I think we nailed it here. Actually, I'm convinced that we nailed it here. Now, what's not easy to figure out is if you're not familiar with sales funnels, and that's what I'm trying to do, is educate people how this can be the biggest game changer in their business, whether you're in products, services, clients, whatever. But the tool itself is actually super easy and intuitive. Let me just show you one setting here that's really cool. We have our knowledge base, our community, links to support, and it's a global checkout. So if you want to use this in conjunction with your traditional WooCommerce store, where there's still a shop page and there's like the cart and the checkout, well, we have an option here where you could just go here and you can use the checkout you create in a flow, and that can be the default checkout page for your normal store. So you can use this along with that environment. For me, I won't do the normal store thing, but we wanted this for people so that they could do that too. Okay, I think I went through everything with the plugin, and we can, let me just show you a couple things of what we're doing. Okay, I want you to see the future of this. First of all, A/B split testing, we're working on that. You're going to be able to split test titles, offers, prices, everything, and find out what works. There aren't really any solutions for this for WordPress. I think I've seen a Elementor plugin once. It was like $200 a year or something like that. Split testing. Cart abandonment. What this means is someone pops their email address in and then leaves. That gets pushed into your CRM, and you can trigger an email saying, hey, you left something in the cart. I think you forgot something. That's shopping cart abandonment. It's for recovering carts. Services like this are $200 to $500 per month. We're adding this. And if you want to see this in action, go to Elementor's website, go to their checkout page, put your email in, and then leave. You will get an email soon after. Yep. Analytics, tracking, templates, dynamic linking. We have plans for countdown timers, but we haven't really sat down and figured out the most elegant solution for that. But it's probably going to be kind of a short code based thing, so it can work with all page builders. But for countdown timers now, most page builders already have them. Elementor just added evergreen countdown timers. Yeah. The checkout field customization, the global checkout. I mean, this is really everything, guys. This is everything, but it really doesn't stop there. At the end of next month, we're launching a learning platform called SkillJet. And SkillJet is where you're going to be able to go and learn one new skill from an expert in 60 minutes, because we're giving you the tool, but what good is it if you don't know how to get the most out of it? And so SkillJet isn't going to be just like WordPress stuff, right? I mean, that's cool. It's going to be experts in lots of different fields. And we decided, we wanted to make CartFlows a no-brainer. So we decided to include this. Now, SkillJet on its own is going to be a lifetime account for $999, and we're including it, but we'll have an annual plan there too for like $399 or something. So here, when we launch, we'll have 7 courses, and we're going to have courses obviously on WooCommerce and WordPress. We're going to also have a course on selling CartFlows based solutions to your clients. We're going to have courses on creating ad campaigns. So if you have a new website, you can just buy traffic and start testing your offers. I'm going to be making a video, a course on how to make top quality videos on a budget. And I'm probably going to do some stuff in there on affiliate marketing, and we're going to have courses on drop shipping and all of that. Each course, the premise, you're learning from an expert in that field, and it's going to be a 60-minute course. You're not spending your whole life in a course. And we've got some big name people that are just so excited to join us with SkillJet. We just have a landing page there right now. I didn't want to confuse the whole CartFlow offer, but the reason we did this is because we want to make sure that people have all the tools to get the most out of this tool and to really get what they want or what they're trying to do online. And that's why we did it. And that's why we're including it. If you just come to the homepage, it's a little confusing. The biggest question, and I feel horrible about it, is what the heck is SkillJet? And so I've done a lot of things wrong with this launch in kind of explaining the value of CartFlows, but we're course correcting so people can really see the value of this tool. Let me just go through everything that's kind of included, and you kind of already know the price, and we have some other crazy things with that. So a similar solution on ClickFunnels would be $1,200 a year for a limited account. You really want that $300 a month plan with them. So that's like $3,600 a year. You can kind of get some of these bump orders and one-click upsells with Shopify. The total cost of that is $2,342 per year and 1.5% on your upsells, order bumps, and downsells. That's how much a Shopify-based solution would cost. But you know what? There are other like WordPress things you can buy to kind of try to get some of this, but not like the one-click templates and the ease of use and like something that's actually had a lot of care and thought put into it. But there are a couple of them. So there's one where you have to buy something for $300 and then another thing for $300. So it's about $600 per year. But you really get like rigid templates that they haven't been as thought out as this has. And then there's also another solution. It runs on WordPress. It's another purchasing couple things. And I've tried it. It's actually very complicated to use. And that's like $550 per year. So I just wanted to kind of establish what this feature set in the real world today would cost you if you're looking in other directions. Okay. So the funnels, the shopping, the dedicated checkout carts, order bumps, upsells. So another WordPress solution that might be like $500 a year. We have designs. No one has our designs, and we're putting them in there. These things cost us $800 each, not each page, like the whole design. So, I mean, these are really well done designs. Split testing, you might find a plugin for $200 a year. Cart abandonment, $200 to $500 per month. Scarcity timers, maybe like $70 a year for a plugin for that. You might already have it. And then SkillJet, which I actually think blows this out of the water. Let me go to the pricing page. We have 3 plans right now. When we're going to the lifetime stuff, that's done. That's got to go away. We're trying to get users. The lifetime plan is definitely going to be going away. I think maybe after Cyber Monday, but we might keep it a week or two longer at a higher price. I know this is the crazy thing we did today. Well, actually, here, let me back up. We have our annual plan. It's $349, but we lowered it to $299 reoccurring, so you get that reoccurring discount. That's one option. We have our lifetime plan, which is the same as the Pro, but it's for life, and it's $599. And Nathan like arm wrestled me, and I told him we can't. It's already so low, we can't go lower. So we compromised, and he twisted our arm to get $25 off it, which I think is a huge win because that's him going to bat for you guys. And we didn't want to put like a discount there that was so big that all of our customers now would be upset with us, because that wouldn't be cool. We're not going south, we're going north. So that's available to you. But no, this is the crazy thing today. I'll tell you, Sujay messages me. I wake up, I see his message. He says, oh yeah, I decided to do a split pay. And I'm thinking, okay, split pay. So maybe instead of $599, we split it into 2 payments of $350. So the total $700. It's easier for people. He said, no. Okay, maybe a 3 payment plan. When it totals up to like more 700, because that's what you usually see in a split pay, right? It's not a layaway program. It's like you're paying a little bit more because we carry all the expense. No. And I'm like, okay, just 3 months, right? No. This guy's crazy. He wanted to make this so much of a no-brainer that he took it and he split it into 6 payments of $101. So we end up making like $6 more, which is nothing, right? I think that might have been a technical thing. So 6 payments of $101. And when we did this, the reason he did it is because a lot of people are wanting to buy lots of things because it's Black Friday, and they didn't want to, they wanted this, but they didn't want to take their whole, like all that they had and put it in here when they want something else that's on sale. And so we listened to that. And we made this compromise, which is actually kind of scary. But if it makes a difference, it makes it easier for people, we're happy to do it. And you know what he said to me? He said, what does it matter? We're not doing this to make money. We're just trying to build our user base. And I thought, you know what? That's actually right. That was the end of it. We're not doing this to make money today, obviously. So who cares if we get it today or we get it over the course of 6 months? It doesn't really make a difference to us. So we made this compromise. Now that $25 off coupon does not work for that. Now Nathan has a special link, and you know, let me actually remove my shared screen. I want to say something here. Okay, stop sharing. You want to stop sharing your screen? I sure do. Okay, and you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Hold on.
I've got you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, now you can hear me. There's like a little split second there. Here's the thing. That split payment is really a no-brainer. Nathan, when we were going to come out with this, and I was talking to Nathan a month ago about this, just letting him know what was going on. I told him we don't have an affiliate program. We're not going to have one till February. And that doesn't matter to Nathan. He's like, well, I want to get you on anyway. Although we decided like a week before the launch, let's, you know, if people are gonna, you know, help and all that, let's put an affiliate program into place. So Nathan, you know, he's not doing this. There's no like money-making intention on his part for me coming on here and doing this. Because we had this scheduled before he was even aware that there would be this affiliate program. So we put it in place, and it's not even a big affiliate program. But his link right there, that button, is an affiliate link. So if you purchased with the annual plan, or you went with the split pay, or the you know, took advantage of, you know, the arm twisting, it goes to help Nathan and keep these things going. And anyways, I've been talking too much. You can see I'm very passionate. I might be a little too tied and close to the product. I want to answer any questions that you guys have. And I hope you're able to see my sincerity behind this product and this offer.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he's right. The deal is there. Basically, if you click that link and then type in WP Builds as your coupon code, you're going to get $25 off. And do you know what? Actually, $25 to me is like, I can go out on that. I can buy a meal and a drink. It's okay. That's totally all right by me. So yeah, I've got a bunch of questions which I'll go through. Adam, how are you for time? Are you all right for sticking around?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Adam's not slept essentially very much, so so we have to bear with him. And if you guys want to stick around, do the coffee. Do the coffee.
Showing the love.
I'll just go through them in the order in which I see them. Okay, so Mutaki Ali says, if I'm creating a mini website like eBay where different users can create different storefronts, is CartFlows compatible with handling multiple users?
We haven't explored that use case. However, if you wanted to send a ticket in describing the use case to support@cartflows.com, and in that say for Adam, and so our support desk will assign it to me so I can look through, because some of these use cases, and that's why we're doing this offer. We want to get people in presenting the use cases to us so that we can mentally process it and figure out what would make this the most flexible tool for anybody. So there are some use cases that just like that require a little bit of me sitting there and really thinking through the best way to use it. So sorry if that's not like the best answer.
No, I think fair, because this is new. It's brand new. It's like, what is it, 3 days old or something?
Yes.
There's time. Let's get it out there and in users' hands. Okay. Next one from Bernard. Hi Bernard. Do you offer a multi-step checkout to even more reduce the clutter? Is what he says.
Yes. So we actually already developed it, and our beta testers did get to see it, but we decided to pull the feature back because we didn't have the bandwidth to perfect it. So we had it there. We wanted to pull it back so that we can really see. Our goal is every inch of this thing to make it elegant and to make responsible decisions with it too. So we did build the two-step, we pulled it back, we're perfecting it, and then we're going to push that back out to all our users. But that is already, I say it that way because I want you to know it's actually already done. Right. We just need to make sure it has the polish and meets the needs of the most users.
Okay, good. Okay. Hal Harvey, if you are running a membership site with something like Restrict Content Pro, do we have to move back to Woo memberships to get this to work, or do you have plans to support other plugins like Restrict Content Pro, EDD, and so on?
Well, not EDD. EDD, Easy Digital Downloads, is like the alternative to WooCommerce, but Restrict Content Pro already has WooCommerce integration. So when you're in that product page, and then there's the option box in WooCommerce on the product page, there'll be a tab that says Restrict Content Pro, and then you point that towards the membership that someone's able to buy. Now, I think you might be asking a slightly different question, but it's a good point to clarify it. So right now, today, for subscriptions, WooCommerce does not support subscriptions. That's reoccurring payments. Okay. And we don't. So this is the one weakness of CartFlows today. Okay. So when I talked about ClickFunnels, they have that membership monthly payment type of thing going on, right? $1,200 a year. We don't. It requires a WooCommerce add-on that it's not cheap. I'm just being transparent with you guys. It's $199. However, we just ask you to give us a little bit of time. If you need those subscriptions today, you're going to have to go with that plugin. I don't have a better answer. However, if you're just a little patient with us, we're going to have our own. I'm thinking we should have our own by the end of January. So you can do the subscription payments and not have to get that expensive $199 plugin. I will say though, when we add that, we're raising the price of this thing. We won't have the lifetime deal then. In the annual plan, we will move everyone on the annual. That will be the top tier, increase the price. And then we'll have a lower plan that doesn't include subscriptions, because that's a pretty huge feature that's going to really complete the solution. I hope that answers the question. Did that answer it adequately?
I think so. Okay, the next one, Kevin Roberts asked, does the 6 payments plan go for the 547 option? I could answer that. No, it doesn't. I could answer one of Adam's questions. So if you want the $25 off, then you have to pay all in one. So there you go. I've done that one. Great. Right. Let's go for this one. Steve Dimmick says, can I use Elementor widgets on the checkout page?
Absolutely. 100%. You have full design control outside of that checkout form. You have full control over it. So you can literally have the most cohesive experience for your buyers, something that it's just not possible right now. Okay. So you can do some really cool things.
Literally where that form is, that's it. That's the only bit you take over, and you could squash that down and make it narrow, make it wide, make it whole page, full width,
whatever. Two-step.
Okay, great. Stygian says, what's the Skilljet Academy? I think you've done that, so I'll just pass that by if that's all right. Is everything compatible with WPML? Is this polyglot, multilingual capable?
Yeah, so we have a translation portal up right now. Unfortunately, we only have a Danish translation, and we're so grateful for the our customer that put that in there. And so we're trying to get as many translations as possible, and we are asking our users to help with that. So we have someone that's going to put this in French for us and all of that. But yeah, all the strings should be translatable. I haven't gone in there because we are following all the proper best practices for coding WordPress. So I haven't actually gone in there to like check for myself, but we do have the translation portal up, and we hope to have as many languages as possible.
Okay, thank you. Right, the next one. Can you shed some, Suran Aurora asks, can you please shed some light on how this will work with Woo shops with hundreds of physical products?
Yeah. Okay. So in this case, so you saw a flow is that always on digital salesperson selling your products. And so someone's not just buying one thing, it's a custom tailored experience every step of the way where you get them to buy, or you offer for them to buy the chips, the water, the hamburger, and the dessert. Okay. And so that is its own like individual salesperson. So you can create those if you want. The alternative way is to use this for just to take over the global checkout. So your customer would still go to the shop page, click on a product, add it to cart, go to the cart page that your theme generates. But then when they click on now go to checkout, then CartFlows would kick in with your order bumps, upsells, and all that. Now, one of the things that we want to improve upon is we don't have a rules engine today. We're going to have a rules engine at some point, but we don't have a rules engine. And a rule engine would be they added these things to the cart, so let's logically offer this bump offer. They put these things in the cart. Let's logically, based upon rules, show them an upsell. That's on our to-do list, but it's not like the top of our to-do list. It's kind of like mid to-do list. But we're going to get to that. And there's we already have a plan of how we're going to do it.
Okay, thank you. Next one. Are you still okay, Adam? We all good?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
good
great.
all the way through. I want to
there's
answer
quite a lot now.
question.
Sorry, yeah. Can you customize customer order emails? Is this something you do, or is it a Woo thing?
No, unfortunately not. That's then just handled by WooCommerce. Although I do think it would be beneficial if I created some training on that, so it kind of demensify and make that process easier. But we don't natively do that.
Okay, Daniel Doherty.
And we don't have plans today to do that. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. I'm sorry, I didn't say who asked that question, and now it's gone off my stream because I've clicked it as answered. Sorry about that.
Sorry,
Daniel Doherty says, will you have CRM integration, for example, Entreport or ActiveCampaign and so on?
Guess what? Because we made the right decision to go with WooCommerce. Most of those are already there, officially created and delivered by your CRM provider. So if you just type CRM provider name, WooCommerce, guarantee most of them already have a WooCommerce integration right there.
Okay.
Our cart abandonment is another thing. Which is going to be accomplished, I believe, initially through Zapier. We haven't decided if we want to have all of our own integrations with all of them because it's a lot to manage. It's a lot of code to manage and stay on top of. So we're sorting through that. But the WooCommerce stuff, most are already supported right this second.
Okay, Sheldon Butcher. Sorry if I'm massacring everybody's names. Can this plugin be installed on more than one website? Well, the license, I believe, if you buy the lifetime, is 50 now. It's been bumped up. And this is maybe what the question is implying. Can this be plugged on MU multi-site? Okay,
so that's a fantastic question. We're not hiding everything. We're not hiding anything. We're not hiding everything. We're not hiding anything. Okay, I said that wrong. Okay, we're not hiding anything, guys. So all of our licenses were initially launched with the ability to install it and activate it on 25 sites, and then we decided we think that was too low for this offer. It's not too low after this period. It's going down. So we decided to double it to 50. And everyone that had purchased on the first day, we went in and we adjusted them, and they're all at 50. We're going to go take that 50 back down to like a 15, probably once the full feature set is released. So, when I went through the page and I said, this is coming soon and this is coming soon. Once those are no longer coming soon, like our whole pricing structure is going to end up changing. Of course, you're locked into the highest that we have, but it is a 50 site thing. Don't worry about that. That will only affect like the slightest percentage of like 1% of people. That truly does equal unlimited for such a massive amount of people. And if you look at any e-commerce solution, usually you max out at like 20 or 30, and it's like way expensive, like the cost of our lifetime deal per year. So I think we're being pretty reasonable with the 50 site thing. I'll be transparent. There's been people that we've already caught trying to resell their licenses and stuff like that. We catch them. It's bad for the people that buy it from them because they're out their money, because we don't tolerate it.
Okay. Good point.
No. There was one question I didn't answer in that.
Sorry.
Multi-site.
Yes.
We haven't tested it with multi-site. It's not that we want to accommodate multi-siters. We want to accommodate this website as a service movement. So if our users are using it on multi-site and running to any issues, we don't want that to happen. And we want to make it so it's a very easy for you to do a WAS with this.
Okay, good. Thank you. Will it work well with affiliate WP?
It works flawless with affiliate.
Lucas asked that. Sorry.
Lucas, it works flawless with affiliate WP. If you click on the little link there, that's an affiliate WP link, and we eat our own dog food. We're using CartFlows on our website and affiliate WP. It's fantastic. There's also some free affiliate platforms that work with WooCommerce in the WordPress repository. I'm going to have a video out on how to use the free and affiliate WP. And this is, I think, where the benefit comes in. Some people say, oh, it doesn't have an affiliate program built in. Well, you know what? Not everybody wants to be locked into some platform's affiliate program. They want that choice. And so with CartFlows, you get that choice. I could use the free one. I could use the like advanced affiliate WP if I want. And who knows, maybe we might add one of our own. That's something we've certainly been discussing.
Okay, thank you. You kind of answered this already, but does the product have a countdown? For example, 50 copies and it counts down after each sale. Oh,
no, it has nothing. Oh, you mean the deal right here?
Well, no, it says, so I'll read it verbatim because I'm confused. This is Mario. Does it have a product countdown, ? For example, 50 copies and it counts down after each sale. So scarcity. Are we talking scarcity?
Yeah, we're going to have to discuss how to put that in there, because with physical products, you or in WooCommerce, you can set an amount, a quantity that's available for sale. So we're going to figure out how to make that more blatantly obvious. So that's a WooCommerce thing. You could, set that in there. But you know what? That's part of our plan of scarcity, adding scarcity to it. And I just to be transparent, we haven't put a ton of thought in the most elegant way to make that blatantly obvious.
Okay, thank you. Stygian again. Do you need another paid WooCommerce plugin, for example, WooCommerce subscription? I think
yes. I actually, you might not have been on the webinar. I did answer that about 5 minutes ago. So I was basically saying that if you want subscriptions today, with WooCommerce, unfortunately, you're going to have to use that if you need that today. And then I was saying that we're going to build our own, but we can only do kind of like one thing at a time. We're going to build our own. I hope to have it by February. And when we do release that, that's when we'll probably have our price changes.
Thanks. James Burton asked, you did answer this in the webinar about halfway through. He just wants to know the timescale on Beaver Builder templates. Yeah,
you know what? I'll have to touch base with with our designer, not our designers, it's more of a developer versus a designer thing right now. So I'll have to touch base on that. I really only think it's like just a couple weeks away. You can obviously use Beaver Builder right now with your own template, but I know it's like the power of this is like clicking the one button, right? And then it's all done for you. So we're very sensitive to that. But realistically, I think it's just going to be a few weeks. It's not going to be a month or 2 months. It's probably going to be in the matter of weeks.
Okay, thank you. Many of my clients, I think this might be James again. Most of my clients are non-profit. Many of them have online stores with an option to add donations. Will these upsell checkout pages be able to incorporate donations on top of products?
You know what? That is the perfect use case, and something that I've been thinking a lot about is for charities to ask for a donation at the order bump or an upsell. Absolutely. As long as they're using one of the supported payment gateways today, for any gateway is going to work on the order bump. It's the upsell and the downsell where we're working on an elegant solution to support more. So if the charity is using some kind of a niche payment gateway, not yet on the upsells and the downsells, but that's a great use case. I mean, it's a great use case.
Yeah, I like that. Zowedgel, Zowejel. I'm sorry about that. Will CartFlows work with Oxygen?
It should work. Okay, so since we have these short codes, it should theoretically work fine. And you saw like the steps is just a link. So there's just a short code used on the checkout, a short code used on the thank you page. Here's a perfect example. It should work in any page builder, but you might try it in something like that, and there might be some kind of like CSS conflict. We had that problem with Divi, so we identified it and we fixed it. Same thing with we're dealing with Thrive Architect. There's like a little CSS issue with the button. We just need to spend a little bit of time and make sure that their CSS isn't overriding ours. So you might try it in Oxygen, it works perfectly out of the box. Or you might try it and maybe there's something happening and then we can just fix it, because we want to have the widest compatibility. Obviously, if it's some like random thing like from 15 years ago, like Site Origin Page Builder, we're probably not going to put the effort in. But for Oxygen, that's definitely one we would.
Okay, thank you. Marco says, does Stripe work with the bumps?
Yes, everything works with the bumps, by the way. The order bumps, that's any payment gateway that's going to work with WooCommerce is going to work with that order bump. It's just the upsells and the downsells, and Stripe actually works immediately with all those. Nothing special on your end.
Great. Max says, is CartFlow... No, that's not the question I wanted. Roy Randolph is the one I want. To clarify, as an agency, can we use one of the 50 on our client sites?
That's why we built it.
Yeah.
What are agencies doing now? They're sending them to ClickFunnels, or something like that, because there's no other solution. Now you can keep it all in-house, all the money in your agency's pocket.
Okay. Fernando asks about the receipt. Is it managed via WooCommerce?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's a nice, easy one. Bernard says, payment gateways. I guess BACS, BACS, interbank transfer, I suppose, works too?
It does, not for the upsells and the downsells. It does on the cart and the order bump, but not the upsells and the downsells. However, if there's other platforms where they're using a payment gateway for one click, we'll be able to do it. They've already done it. We'll be able to do it, because that means it's possible. We're coming up with an elegant solution so that you can use any payment gateway beyond the checkout for the upsell and the downsell. But for that, it's going to work fine. We had a bunch of users testing this with all kinds of payment gateway processors. Everything's going to be fine at the checkout and the order bump.
Okay. Steve Dimmick with another question. Where's it gone? I'd be interested in trying it, but I'm not sure. The stated refund policy sounds like there is a chance I won't get my money back. What?
Maybe there's what is it? There's two things that don't jive on there. We have a 30-day money back guarantee. We say no questions asked, but obviously if you ask for a refund, we're going to ask you, can you help us so we know what we did wrong? We're going to ask that. And then you could say, no, I'm not going to tell you. And we'll be like, we're happy to give you your money back. But we will ask that feedback question. It's not to get you to not do it, but we do want to know what we did wrong. So it is no questions asked, or it's optional answers to a question. How about that? But we're doing that not to make it difficult. We would probably do that in more so we can learn. I think Nathan froze here, which is okay, because you guys can still hear me. All right, so I'm going to go through some of these questions. That's okay. Can you guys see me though? Am I freezing? Okay, perfect. I'm going to jump in here. So let me click on this Q&A tab because I want to do all of this. Okay, so, okay, I'm going to scroll through. Can you confirm? Okay, Hal, SkillJet is included. You will receive the platforms available, and you'll be able to go ahead and register. Okay, Henrik. Oh, Henrik. Okay, let's see here. Henrik's asking if we are using the WooCommerce subscription plugin on our own website. I got to be honest with you. I stay out of the store because I don't want to go in there and break something. Too many chefs in the kitchen. It's not a good idea. Even though I'm more than capable of logging into WooCommerce, I don't want to screw anything up. So I stay out of it. But I'm assuming we are. Okay, so I'm going to archive that. Steve Demick is asking, can I use my own custom upsell pages? You can use all your own designs. You don't have to use ours at all. Absolutely. It was just those links there that you might want to use for, your button and stuff like that.
I'm back.
So
don't know if you can hear me. No, he's gone. Oh, you got to laugh. I hope. I don't know the state of play now. I have no idea whether this is working for anybody or not. I did not boot him. He's going to have to refresh his browser. Can you guys hear me? We've had you on the line for a very long time.
No, you know what happened? I'm here. Can you see me? Oh, I got to refresh. So if one person can just say that you can hear me, I will continue going. Tag, you're it. I think I'm back in here. I'm back. Okay, so I'm going to go happen and it's to go back in. So just know that. So, okay, I'm going to go through some more questions. I'm going to start from the bottom or the top order that this stuff comes in. Let's see here. Stingen, pronounced it wrong, is asking, what's the difference between an upsell and a downsell? Your upsell is going to be your first offer, and if they could say no, downsell, where you can make it a different offer, or usually like a reduced version of the upsell offer. Okay. Let's see here. Let me filter that on out. Okay. Okay, this might kick me out if Nathan's coming back. All right.
Do you want me to take over again?
No. I want to answer just a couple more. Stingen's also asking if I'm going to have time to still make videos on WP Crafter. Absolutely. This is a business. And when the way you want to do your business is you don't have to be there every second of the day and the business continues on. That's how CartFlows has been built. That's why we have developers, support staff, and designers. I'm not sitting there in the ticket desk, although tickets do get assigned to me. I'm not sitting in there doing that. So I'm going to go for Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'm actually leaving here in about an hour to go to my mom's. My whole family, we're going to spend the night there. I'm even taking my brand new poodle. He's 4 months old, and attention to any of this stuff, but I'll probably log in. I'm addicted. Anyways, okay. Question about from Fernando. The just finished translating to Brazilian and Portuguese. How do I get that? Now, actually, I don't have the best answer to that. I think it needs to be loaded up in our translation portal. Something I've never translated a plugin before, but we do have a translation portal. Let's see. Here's a fantastic question, and it's going to speak to our transparency. And I hope there's still a lot of people on this to hear. Marco, who's been a subscriber for a long time, has asked, what is the difference between CartFlows and CartFlows Pro in the admin area? He's obviously one of our customers. So some of you guys might be in various Facebook groups, and Nathan can certainly attest to this. I have been attacked since we announced the pricing of this, because people thought it was going to be like $50. There's so much. I mean, I just laid out the team. That's like a $60,000 a month expense just to support the team. That's going to go up because we're expanding. And I was viciously attacked for being greedy and all this kind of stuff when this is like a loss leader. Anyways, from day one, we wanted to make some of this stuff that we went through in the webinar available to everybody, regardless of your economic position, the country you're living in, the currency you use. And so here I am getting viciously attacked all over the internet for no reason at all. And they don't know that we actually, from day one, built a free version of CartFlows that's going to be in the repo, and it might be in the repo in like 3 days. Now, we're not saying that because we right now, because we don't want people to be distracted from this offer. The free version is going to not have like the money features, right? Because if we're giving you a feature of order bumps, upsells, like a lot of these money features, pro templates and all that, you really, it's going to make you money. I mean, like, help us stay in business, you really should be buying it. So we're going to have a free version. No one knows about it. You're really hearing about this here first. Thanks to Marco's question. We're not hiding it. It's going to be in the repo. It's going to be freemium. So you're going to be able to use this. You're going to be able to go in there and create a 3-step flow, which will be a landing page, a checkout page, and a thank you page. We're pulling back features. So it's not going to have split testing. It's not going to have cart abandonment. It's not going to have a lot of upsells, downsells, order bumps. It's not going to have the 1-column checkout, but it'll have the 2-column checkout. Let me show you what you're going to be able to accomplish in our free version. Just because the reason I'm saying all this stuff is because, I'm the same guy that made 400 videos and I put out there for free. And a lot of the things people are saying is really unjustified. Check out this checkout page. Our free version does this checkout page. One button.
See your screen, or at least I can't.
Oh, actually, thank you for saying that, because I'm just jumping around. I want people to see this. And, if you come across someone saying some nasty thing about me, you should say, come on, guys, this is not right. All right. So here we are. Can you see my screen?
It's coming.
Fantastic.
Got it.
Okay. This is a checkout page done with Elementor, and we'll have this same one in Beaver Builder and all that. You can use this to override your checkout. You can create a sales flow, 3 steps. You get the 2-column, you don't get the single column, you don't get the fields in here. You don't get order bumps. You don't get some of those things. But this is going to open up door. You don't get the ability to add custom fields. You don't get the ability to hide fields, but you can do that with a custom function anyway, if that's your thing. But we did this. And we're going to release it in the repo. January, we're thinking of accelerating it because all these people that got mad that we're actually charging for this product, not realizing all the effort and the cost associated with just having a product like this, We've had this plan since day one. This is going to be the one plugin that every WooCommerce website is going to need and want. Because right now you can't do this with WooCommerce. You're going to be able to do this for free. You can't do a custom thank you page without buying a plugin and or doing some hacky thing, and you're going to be able to do that as well. So, and you can also do that as the global checkout. So I'm going to turn off my screen real quick. I might lose audio for a second.
That's okay. I'll come back with some questions. What have we got?
Let me say one thing on that. Don't say, I want you guys to buy this. I don't want you to wait for the free version. You're going to want to buy this, and I have a need for this, and you wait. You'll still be able to buy the annual plan, but you're going to probably regret not having purchased this lifetime offer.
Okay, Eric Earl says, I'm wondering if this could be used finally as a simple order checkout experience for a restaurant ordering example, a custom pizza, and then upsells the toppings and the bumps of the drinks and so on. Yeah, that's a great.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, it was 3 or 4 months ago, I'm talking to Sujay and I'm like, oh my gosh, the best use cases for restaurants, right? You go there and you just pick your one thing. But what if they actually, you know, that example of the chips and the hamburger and the water and the dessert? Well, what if we actually just did exactly that? You know what I mean? Like, you're going there, you're getting the pizza at the order bump. There's the, you know, the cannoli, and then you know, it's like all there, or a salad. You add the salad, then you get the dessert and all that kind of stuff. So that is the perfect use case. I was talking to Sujay actually about getting last night. I mean, what restaurant website wouldn't want to 2.5x their sales with one simple tweak?
Yeah. Let's see if we can find something else. What are some of the newest features on the horizon? I think really what that's saying is what's coming first. Do you know what's coming like next week or the week after? Or
that's a great question. I don't actually, I know as a co-founder of the company, I should know. I actually don't know. And that's probably because I haven't slept in 3 days. I can tell you things we built and we pulled back so we could perfect. So I would imagine that would be our first plan of attack. So we have our 2-step. So we need to just use it, perfect that, our 2-step checkout option. That's where, you know, you ask a question, then you go to the next question. So that's going to be probably one of an easy win. We do have our Elementor modules, so you don't do the short code thing, but I think we're going to roll with the short code for a little bit. And when we get a little bit more bandwidth, go after that. I think the highest priority is the templates.
Okay.
So, because the confusion is someone thinks they don't have templates for Beaver Builder. One of our highest priorities.
Okay, great. Right, the next one. How is this different from ThriveCart? Ooh,
that's a fantastic question. So ThriveCart
Hal said that. Sorry.
Thanks, Hal, and I actually appreciate you asking this because, you know, to some it's the elephant in the room. Okay, so ThriveCart is a cart system pretty much only, but you can do an order bump. You can do a upsell and a downsell. And it's a SaaS platform. It's $595, but that's the branded version. So you're using their links. It says ThriveCart everywhere. You really want the one where you pay an extra $95. So now you're looking at $695, which is $95 more than our long lifetime deal. Okay, but ThriveCart, it's just a cart. Everyone's checkout page looks exactly the same. No one's on brand. It's very rigid. You can't really do what you want to do. You're taking someone off of your website onto ThriveCart's website, then back to your website. It's just like moving part after moving part after moving part. So I think it's that said, I think it's good. We have more of a complete solution where you go in there, you click add new flow, you choose the flow. Next thing you know, you have this whole thing all designed, professionally designed. You don't get that with ThriveCart. You just rigid cart where everyone's looks the same, but it works really well. Oh, and then there's translation issues, payment gateway issues, as far as because we latch into WooCommerce, we can leverage that. And so it's kind of hard to touch that.
Okay. What will happen in the future if you need more than 50 licenses? I guess the principle there is, are you going to be able to grandfather your pricing in after the lifetime deal is done?
I don't think. I have talked to Sujay, but it's really once it's not for sale anymore, we can't sell it anything. So,
Yep.
At that point, you've probably made enough money that you could buy a normal annual license. Maybe we can give you a coupon or something as a because the most successful businesses sell more to their existing customers. So we want to, model what we say.
Okie doke. There's a few more, some of them slightly more technical. For example, this one from Morgan asks, is this all WCAG 2.0/2.1 accessibility compliant?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to come across as insensitive, but I can say that I'm just answering. I don't know. If I would say this, if WooCommerce is, if Elementor is, then this is, because this is really our option box, all our codes and integrations, WooCommerce and Elementor. Sorry if I sound ignorant to answering that question, but
that's okay.
But that's the best that I can do. But if you do email us in support, we'll try to get that dialed in. And we want to be making everything as accessible as possible.
Okay. Zoegel, it doesn't work. The WP Builds coupon does not work on the anything other than just buying it outright at 574. That's absolutely right. Roy says, how is the flow with regular products in WooCommerce? How is the flow with regular products in WooCommerce? How does CartFlows handle? Okay, so does it work with regular products in WooCommerce?
Yeah, so you have an option if you have a traditional store. You create your product and someone goes to the shop page. It's like the vending machine. They do that normal thing. Okay. Or you can create the sales flow and link to those same exact products if you want. You can link to the same ones. Remember when I went into the checkout step and it said select product and you can select more than one, you can use those same products. And if you wanted to discount it a little, we made it so you can dynamically discount it there. So if you want to dynamically discount an order bump or an upsell or a downsell, but it doesn't change what a normal WooCommerce product page would look like. And we actually have a sister plugin called Unlist Pages. It's been out for a while. It's fantastic. So if you didn't want anyone to see your product page that you're using in your funnels, you just put that plugin in one checkbox, and it's out of the search index. It's out of all of that.
Okay. If I need more, Fernando, if I need more carts in the future, how can I add more?
It would be just an additional purchase. Our price. It was a question earlier about. You're talking about more licenses, right? Or is he talking about flows? Because it's unlimited flows on a website.
Just a nice little comment, really. This one, it's not a question. Jean-Francois Lagarde, who I think has already left, said, I've really got to go. Thank you so much, Adam. I was waiting for this webinar to make my purchase. It's done. Dear, you did a great job clarifying everything. I'm looking forward to implementing this on my websites. Nice. Very, very good. Somebody said, yeah, it's not 25%, it's $25 off. Yeah. Yeah, I would have been doing really, really well to swing that. What I'm going to say, because we're on very, very close to 2 hours, I am going to copy paste the remaining questions, some of which are a little bit technical. I'm going to copy paste them into Adam so that he can take those on, should he so wish, over the next few days, because the man's clearly getting too much sleep already. Sorry, Adam, if that's all right with you, because I think at 2 hours we need to let him go. So, Adam, very cool. Like, you just totally did that. You kept going. There was about 6 technical hiccups. We breezed through it. Thank you so much for making the effort and coming and talking to us today. My hope is that you make some sales from today, and that would be great. Use the little code Where is it? It's over there. No, it's not. It's over there. There, that one. And you'll get yourself $25 off. Thank you to Adam. And if you all want to put your nice little salutation right at the end, say thanks to Adam. Yeah, gotta say, got my
It's
sale
very
today.
encouraging, guys. I'll just say I see a lot of people names as, I mean, you guys are why I do all this. And it's very encouraging reading the stuff that you're saying. I'm a real person. So even though this is a product and a company, I'm like a real person. So like I really take this encouragement.
That's great. Can I say that I don't know how long this code works, this WP builds thing. So if you want to make use of it, I would suggest get on with it now, because I don't know if it'll work tomorrow or indeed the day after. Perhaps I'll reach out and figure that out myself, and we'll figure that out. Thank you for coming on. I'm going to end the webinar if that's all right. I'm going to stop the recording right now.